Welcome back in. It's mid-morning on WKYT with some rain out there today, certainly. Back to school time right around the corner, and the hustle and bustle brings with it heavier traffic and busier streets.
Sherelle Roberts, Lexington Police Public Information Officer, is here with some school time safety tips to remember, important things to remember. Thank you very much for coming out here.
Thank you all for having us here. Can you believe it? Some kids are going back to school next week.
Right.
Pretty crazy,
I'm not
isn't
sure
it?
if they're ready, but I know the parents are ready.
Well, time is ticking. It's going to happen. And you were telling us earlier, it's amazing the number of collisions that happen in these school zones.
It really is amazing. Last year alone in Lexington, we had 269 collisions either in the school zone or right near it. 9 of those involved school buses. And we actually had a situation where thankfully they survived, but we had a school guard who was hit. So we really want people to slow down in these school zones, to pay attention. When these kids are out there, they're just out there having fun. They're on their way to school. They're not thinking about traffic. And so we as adults have to be thinking for them and watching out for them.
Well, and this year, some people are probably going to have to be on alert that there are some new schools opening as well.
That's right. So we're going to have a lot of extra traffic on the road. We've all been getting used to driving and not having to worry about the school buses and extra cars, but we will, and particularly in 2 areas. We have Garrett Morgan Elementary, which is near Polo Club, and that's going to be opening. And then we have Coventry Oak Elementary, which is down Georgetown Street. And so we want people to be aware in those areas. And for parents, if you're dropping off your kids at those schools, it's going to take a little extra time, especially in the first couple of days when they're getting used to it. But make sure you've got a plan, and maybe they even practice hopping out of the car quickly and safely.
Speaking of safety, you said there are also some other concerns about children as they make their way to school that you wanted to remind people about.
Absolutely. So the first is getting ready to get on the school bus. We want the kids to remember that they shouldn't be standing too close to the street or even lining up along the street. My heart nearly stops when I see that. Kids who are just too close. Line up away from the street. Also, wait till the bus stops and the bus driver says it's okay to get on. For drivers, when that sign is out on that school bus, you want to make sure that you stop. Don't pass that school bus and don't come the other way. It is against the law, and you can be arrested for it. So we want folks to remember that.
They have to remember that part of it. And it may be, quickly, it may look nice to put names and initials on things, but probably not a good idea.
Exactly. You don't want to be putting your child's name on their clothing or their book bag. And that's simply because a stranger could approach them and pretend to be someone who cares for them, a family friend, and take them away. If you do have a situation where your kids have to be picked up by a stranger, an aunt or an uncle, somebody like that, have a safety word that only the kid knows. So that person must tell the child that word so that they can go with them safely.
All right, good info.
Good reminder.
Sherelle Roberts with Lexington Police. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.